Don't turn me to a beast, bitch. You don't wanna see my demons. Trust this, I can be heartless. Pluto in the first, bitch. You don't wanna fuck with this. Shut up, give me kiss. Let's reminisce. You were the baddest in the best way and the worst. You loved me first, I loved you best. You left me first and I let you step. Shouldn't I turned your back, but you think you're bad. But I know you want me back. Fuck that, I ain't tryna be savage, but you ain't gonna do me like that. We had something special, now I gotta let you go. Our egos are in control. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back. You're the best I ever had. Too bad it couldn't last. Fuck your flashbacks. She want another chance. No take backs, cause I'm hoeing again. On some new shit with a new chick, and she bad. I know you mad, cause you wanna be hard. You took it too far, and now you scarred. Cause I know you want me back. Fuck that, I ain't tryna be savage, but you ain't gonna do me like that. We had something special, now I gotta let you go. Our egos are in control. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back.
Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune.
Can't you see, I need you here with me. Low-key, the memories, they're destroying me. I know I made you leave, and that's killing me. I should have made an apology. You know that's hard for me. I guess it's an ego thing, makes me do evil things. You know I wanna change, I don't want this pain. I miss the way you sang, I miss everything. Miss the love we had, I miss the sex. Yeah, love when you're on top, leaning on my chest. Love it when you make that ass pop. She love it when I make my chest flat. She Latino, she called me Poppy. Now she call me her ex-fling. Sad ain't we? Can't lie, I'm salty. Gonna fuck another bitch if you don't call me. No sucker, I won't call her. Fuck another and think of her. And in life we're together. Let's try again, we can do better. It's now or never. You know I miss you, so stop this, just the issue. Yeah. scary for me too. I don't like attachments. I could be abandoned, so I don't do commitments. Don't know what to do, cause I fell for you. Gonna come through, cause I'm missing you. I wanna come back to you. Can't deny it. It's true. Can't deny it. I wanna come back to you, and I know you want me to. But we don't know how to compromise. We don't know how to see eye to eye. I know you had to go. I fucked your ego. We almost had to do. We just had to grow. Let that shit go. Let it go. But it's to the next level. Always disrespectful. What we talking shit for? You think that I'm evil? I think that you're mental. Now we both alone, cause we hit too low. It's a sad song and we'll have more, for sure. Because I wanna come back to you. Can't deny it. It's true. Can't deny it. I wanna come back to you, and I know you want me to. But we don't know how to compromise, and we both tired of the fights.
The blue moon of Neptune.
J&AKP.
The resistance.
We high again, we high again. We in love again, in love again. We high again, we high again. We in love again, in love again. We high again, we high again. We in love again, in love again. We high again, we high again. We in love again, in love again. She talking shit again, so I lit the blunt again. She inhaled it and felt it, and now she chill again. She want the dick again. She's so beautiful when she let go. She gets cold when she smokes. That's why she got close. We in love when we inhale. We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? She high again, she mine again. No friends, we just smoking, fucking vibing. It's nothing, she's something. When she let go, she glow like the blue moon. Weed pussy got me in love. I'll be coming soon, got me turned up. It's just us, not just lust. I think we on the cusp of love. I think it's time to roll another blunt. She kissed me when I roll up. She licked me when I licked the swisher. I light up, I shotgun her. We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again?
The blue moon of Neptune.
shit.
I just wanna be.
In my life, I accidentally hit the stop stream button. In my life, I think I am. I accidentally hit the stop the stream button in my life. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Market Moonlord, where we merge the Matrix with their stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. And today, we're going to be talking about AMC, GME, financial astrology, look at some other aspects going on currently in the sky. And we're also going to be looking at AMC's CEO, Aron, where we're going to take a look at his chart and try to understand just what's going on with his life, with his stars, and better understand what's going on with AMC. Someone on YouTube asked me a very interesting question. Let me go ahead and pull that up. And that's what sparked me doing this. I know some other people like Jacob was also thinking the same thing. Yeah, this guy's pretty much saying that the CEO of AMC is all about just basically saying exactly what needs to be said to pretty much keep us in check, to keep us wanting to do this. He keeps talking about apes, but he also keeps talking about diluting the stock or whatever. So we're going to look at him, see if he's kind of the deceiving type, see if he's kind of the trickster type, and also just kind of see where he's lining up with AMC in general. And then we're going to look at his actual transits. All right. So shout out to David Michael Ross. I don't think he's here, but if he is, let me go ahead and tell him we are live talking about this right now. Oh, and anyone that's wondering, I'm kind of feeling the idea that we're getting this massive drop right before the full moon. Or right before the new moon. I'm feeling that. I'm totally okay with it because that really just confirms that like we're more than likely going to go up on this new moon. Okay, so before I start diving into this, I do want to make sure I looked at the chat real quick. Make this smaller first. I always do this, I know. Damn, I didn't go live all week because I don't know if you guys are telling that last video, but I've been looking deeper and deeper into these transits to try to make these predictions better. And I saw some interesting things I'm coming up to with some brand new conclusions. I plan on really going deeper this weekend, and hopefully I'm going to be dropping, I will be dropping videos on Sunday, okay, as far as what I think about the new moon and what's going to be going on. So you guys stay tuned for that. All right, so we have Aron up, the CEO for AMC. We do not know his birth time, therefore we do not know his rising sign and all his house systems. So we're only going to be looking at the planetary alignments, but trust me guys, that's plenty of information for us to get a really good solid idea on this guy. Okay, right off the bat, we're going to look at his sun sign to understand what he's paying attention to, his identity, his ego, and that's telling me a lot already. First of all, it's debilitated. Okay, that's very, very interesting. Remember, when a planet is debilitated, it does worse there, but it can also give you the best results. I know that's a contradiction, but let me tell you how this plays out. My Mercury is debilitated in Pisces. Mercury doesn't want to be in Pisces because Pisces doesn't care about reality and what's logical, and Mercury is intelligence and it's all about logic, so it does bad there in Pisces. Supposedly it's debilitated. However, look, you get a person who's going to look at astrology and do stuff like this because my intelligence goes towards Pisces things, outside of the box, unlogical things, more magical things, more the energies behind the veil, the illusion. Okay, so yeah, Mercury goes super deep. It goes past the matrix when it's in Pisces, right? But Mercury wants to be in the matrix, all right? But it's debilitated. So I'm learning how to, at the beginning of life, my intelligence was off and I didn't know how to present myself and merge myself with the matrix, right? But as I've gotten older, I've gotten better at, merging the two. And I actually have two names with Jason Alexander is my matrix name, and the blue moon of Neptune is my spiritual universe raw energy name. So yeah, I'm getting deep. But yeah, he has a debilitated sun sign in Libra, and ironically, he has a debilitated moon sign. Okay, so if you guys talk to me or have heard me before talk about this, like the moon and the sun are the two most important planets. Okay, because they're obviously they're in the sky. They're really in our sky most of the time. From our perspective, they're just as big. Okay, the moon and the sun are the shit. Okay, when you look at the moon and the sun, you're really gonna understand how to understand a person. Double debilitation. That's that you don't see that too often. Okay, and look at you get a very unique person. Look, he's a CEO of a huge company. Okay, so see how the debilitations are playing out. This is people who's going to work a little harder, who's going to be able to see things a little differently, be able to go about things in a way that most people can't. These type of people are going to stand out, okay? Especially with double the situation, okay? Now, second thing I want to talk about is if you guys heard me talk about Scorpio, you guys probably have heard me say the most powerful and the hardest position in the entire zodiac to me is Moon and Scorpio, okay? That's the most powerful, but also the hardest, seriously, okay? And we're definitely gonna get in there, but that's crazy, okay? And now look, his Venus, which is planet of love, how we receive love, how we give love, how we indulge, how we want to enjoy life, how we value things. It's also at his fall, so it's not debilitated, but it's in the opposite house or sign that it belongs to. So it belongs to Taurus, okay? It also belongs to Libra. And it's in the opposite sign of Scorpio. So it doesn't want to be there. Whenever you get a Venus and Scorpio person, yikes, this is I say yikes because this is very powerful, but it's very hard and it's very extreme position, and these people are on a different level when it comes to a lot of stuff, okay? So a lot of planets not really where they want to be. But he does have an exalted Jupiter, which is pretty significant because if you look at Amc'S chart, which is this inner chart right here, they also have an exalted Jupiter. So his one exalted planet, meaning the planet that's best in, is the same planet and it's in the same sign that Amc'S has their exaltation in. Okay, so that's a very nice lineup for Amc'S. Now, let me talk about that because that's something that really sticks out in his chart because he has so much debilitation, so many planets that doesn't actually, wow, he has two, he actually has two exaltations. He has his Mercury, or excuse me, his Mars and his Jupiter both in exaltation. Okay, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And what's really interesting is both of his exalt planets are kind of close to Amc'S planets. His Mars is next to Venus and his Jupiter is next to Jupiter. Okay, but yeah, I'm getting into Saturn tree. I'm going a little deep, but hold on. Let me check out some of these comments. Yeah, they do seem to do this like every Friday. It is getting pretty predictable there, John. Purely unbounded. Okay, I see the birthday. Raymond, drop your city. Okay, had a clash with a coworker. I got you. Why are you saying 8:01 p.m.? Chicago. Okay. Okay. So when you look at Adam's chart, right? The things that really stick out to me, his Venus, his moon, his sun, and then his two exalted planets right here. Okay, these are the themes. Okay, and if you look, these exalted planets are kind of away from most of the other planets, and they're opposing each other, looking to make perfect harmony. This is very powerful. Okay, now let me tell you right off the bat, I want to talk about both of these planets and just give you an idea of what happens when Mars is in Capricorn. Mars is all about taking action. Mars is super competitive. It's the warrior. It is the fighter. Okay, it's all about going after what you want, and it becomes very compulsive. Is exalted in Capricorn because this is a warrior that turns into a general. Okay, this is a warrior who turns into a strategist. Okay, so I actually have my Mars in Capricorn. Okay, I want to feel special right now, so I had to say that. But this is a person who typically wants to be in charge of things. This is a person who typically, at the very least, wants to be able to make the decisions, because it's a strategist, right? It just doesn't, the soldier wants to, take on the mission, but the general wants to, plan the mission. And so this right here is very, very bullish for a CEO. Facts, okay? And is very, very bullish for a strategist, okay? So right out the bat, just having Mars in Capricorn, he has the potential to be pretty much a master strategist, especially when it comes to Capricorn stuff. And that's all about building, having strong structure, okay? So one of the biggest things this guy cares about right now is structure. And that's one of the things that I really care about too, is structure, foundation, laying each brick perfectly. Like, if you guys tracked me from the beginning days, like I was just about the moon, because I wanted to gradually get more into, reading the stars for financial astrology, right? I wanted to start at the basic level. I'm very big on making sure the foundational stuff is taken care of, okay? And so he's going to be like that too. He's definitely going to be like that too, and he's definitely going to be very good strategist. And I'll tell you right now, he's more than likely good at spending things with this type of position. Okay, he's really good at spending things, and his sun in Libra would also suggest that, because Libras have a way of looking at both sides of the situation, being able to see many different angles. Libra is the halfway point of the zodiac. It rules relationships. It's the scales of the zodiac. So he's really good at weighing things, and then he's really good at making a strategized plan on things. Okay, now his Jupiter being exalted, right? See, in Jupiter, Mercury rules intelligence, how we process things, the logic, the practicality in us, right? But Jupiter is the wisdom in us, right? Mercury wants to know 2 + 2 = 4. Jupiter wants to know why it needs to know what 2 + 2 is. And if there's a good reason for Jupiter to believe in understanding math, then it will understand math, okay? Because it's looking at things from more of a philosophical or broader or different, a higher perspective, and it's looking for enlightenment, okay? So that's why it rules wisdom. And so it's very, very exalted in Cancer, because Cancer rules nourishing, okay? And it's all about doing what's comfortable, okay? And so since Jupiter is all about wisdom and enlightenment, in Cancer, it really gets to nourish what it wants to experience and try to get there. And it's all about reaching enlightenment in Cancer. It's like the mother of Cancer is the moon, the mother of the zodiac. And what does the mother want for their children? Happiness, right? So Jupiter gets to find experience and enlightenment in Cancer, okay? So these people are very, very wise, okay? So right off the bat, he's extremely wise. And then he's very good at strategizing, okay? This isn't the type of guy who makes the same mistake twice, okay? And they're both looking at each other, okay? So he's really, this is really activated nicely in his chart. That's pretty amazing. Now, I have to talk about Uranus being right there with his Jupiter, because Uranus is all about breakthroughs, destroying old, building in the new, okay? And this guy having Uranus with his Jupiter conjunct, I was a little worried about him being old, okay? But just because he's not like, up with the new school type thing, but age-wise, right? Age is his number. Spiritually, who knows what age he is, right? But like with the Uranus conjunct his Jupiter right there in a sign of Cancer, would suggest that this is a person who would be wise about navigating the future, in a sense where he would understand when he has to destroy something that no longer is working and do something new. Okay, so I really like this conjunction, because he's not like that old guy that's going to be stuck in old ways. I don't see that at all, just based on that. Like he's way smarter than that type of energy. Okay, so wow, smart guy, strategist. The Jupiter, this Jupiter and Cancer is a very pleasant energy too. I want to mention that, okay? But Mars in Capricorn it knows how to make tough decisions. I definitely can say that. Okay, it's the general. Okay, it will make tough decisions. It will sacrifice soldiers most likely if it means winning the war. Okay, I'm not saying that's how he's looking at us, but I'm just saying like he's not afraid to make tough decisions. Okay, even though he's a nice guy, based upon this Jupiter energy, he wouldn't be afraid to make bad decisions or tough decisions. Now, what I want to say though is, Libra is the planet of relationships, and a lot of people may think that means he's a nice guy. And I always talk about how Libras are sacrifice themselves for other people, right? But there's a duality to everything. Okay, you got to remember when understanding a sign. To understand a sign, understand the opposite sign. I know. Okay, so let's say you understand one sign, but you don't understand another sign. Okay, let's talk about Scorpio. We talk a lot about Scorpio. The opposite sign of Scorpio is Taurus. Okay, what do they have in common? Okay, well, for one, they're both super stubborn. They're fixed signs. They're stubborn signs. Okay, and so they get very determined, fixated, strong-willed. Okay, and that's kind of how it can play out with oppositions. Okay, they can be very similar. So even though Libras are very nice, even though Libras are very diplomatic, they can also turn up into the Aries. You see what I'm saying? And they can also be selfish as well. They can pull themselves into that Aries energy. Okay, so especially older Libras. Okay, because Libras his age more than likely have learned to say no. Okay, more than likely have learned to put themselves first, and trust me, this guy has, because he has so much Scorpio energy. He's that Libra energy is getting played out with Scorpio. Like Scorpio's taking over that Libra sun all day. His sun is weak, and that Scorpio's like 4 or 5 planets in Scorpio is gonna take over that sun. You see what I mean? Yeah, it's extreme energy. Okay. Okay. So yeah, his sun Libra would suggest this is like a politician sign, but you can't trust Libras. Okay, all they're gonna show is a smile on their face. Okay, all they're gonna show is a smile on their faces, and they're like Aphrodite energy is Venus, so they work with charm, and that's how they manipulate. That's how they get what they want. So yeah, that guy who wrote on the YouTube, is saying like, yeah, he's just telling us what he wants. He's talking about apes just to, have us feed into it. That could be very possible with some Libra energy here. Okay. And Libra energy does suggest that he's very talented at balancing many relationships. I remember when I watched the interview and the reporter was like, hey, Wanda, the Chinese sold their positions, right? And he was like, are you referring to, or she was like, the Chinese sold their positions. He was like, oh, are you referring to our investors, Wanda? And he kind of like made it clear that he didn't like, that's how you have to address them like people type thing. And I totally agree. Don't get me wrong. That's like some bullshit, but I don't see color. I don't see race. But yeah, he knew to say that because that's what Libras do. They're really good at protecting personas, especially their personas. And we all know Scorpios are really big on controlling the narratives. They're control freaks. Okay. So this guy is a master. I'm calling it out right now. This guy is a master manipulator. Not that he's going to manipulate for bad. Okay. Libra energy would suggest that he's a nice guy. Cancer energy like this would suggest that he's a nice guy. But all this Scorpio energy, especially Venus and Scorpio, would suggest that he can definitely become opposite of all this energy. Now let's talk about his Scorpio energy, which is all right here. And real quick, guys, let me check something. Okay, so lots of Scorpio energy. How many planets is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 planets plus the black moon plus Ceres. So 1 asteroid in there, along with the mathematical point that is pretty significant. Now, wow. we all know the moon is debilitated in Libra or in Scorpio. And then we talked about Venus not wanting to be there. And Saturn is how we control reality. Remember that, guys. Saturn is how we build our reality. Okay, this guy is really, really, really aware on what's happening behind the scenes, and he's not afraid to operate behind the scenes. In fact, he prefers to be behind the scenes. Okay, in fact, he doesn't want to be in the public light at all, and he does that because he knows he's supposed to. Trust me, he does not want to be in the public light. And it's funny because his Twitter is I was just thinking about that. His Twitter, you have to be accepted to even read his tweets. Oh, he took that down. Oh, it's not like that anymore. See, because he probably... Oh, look, Trey Trez, I would love to be delighted to be engaged. Oh, yeah, that's going to be nice. Like I said, guys, a lot of communication on AMC today. I called that out. I mean, we've gotten so much communication on AMC. I also said there was going to be a huge move today, and I think that's obvious. I haven't looked at the stocks in a minute. Let me take a peek. Yeah. Is the whole market down or what? No, the market is not down. I when the market is up and AMC and all that stuff is down, it's very interesting. Oh, by the way, I made a whole video on we'll talk about that later. Okay, so Saturn in Scorpio. Ooh, this guy worked behind the scenes. He's very manipulating, and this guy is definitely about his resources. Okay, Scorpio rules resources. Okay, he likes his resources, and he's always thinking about resources. Okay, and this is really, I mean, this type of energy is a person who doesn't lose often. Okay, very calculated guy, and he loves power, and he doesn't want to lose his power, and he's all about control. Okay, he's definitely about control. So I would say a guy like him, you know, whatever he's committing to when it comes to people that could like take his job or take his power, like he's going to make sure he's doing what he's supposed to stay good with those people. I'm letting you know right now. Okay. So that's major investors or other people in the company. Like, we don't really give him power. Okay. He gets money and power from other sources. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, we do give him power, and that's why he's messing with us right now. Don't get me wrong. But trust me, he's gonna make sure that the people that can really mess up his life are also getting what they want from him. All right, that's true. That's facts. Okay, he's not about to lose. He's not about to lose his position, his game, his power, his resources. He's not about to do this. This is a person who protects everything he has at all costs with all this Scorpio energy. Trust me, he protects everything that he has with all costs. Look at his moon sextiling Mars, 0 degrees. And Mars is the warrior. The higher octave of Mars, which is Mars belongs to Aries. The higher octave of that would be Scorpio. Scorpio belongs to Pluto. Okay. The moon is in Scorpio, sextiling Mars. Okay. 0 degrees. That's a major theme. Exalted planet with a debilitated planet. Okay. When this guy's emotional, convicted about something, he is ready for battle. Okay. This is definitely a warrior. I'm very curious on what he's going to say on that interview with Trey. Because yeah. I was going to say, you know, we're going to get it. This is also a guy who doesn't show his cards. All right. He doesn't show his cards. He's very hidden. He shows the cards he wants to show. He controls the narrative. Very powerful guy. Very big on resources. Very big on power control. Very big on strategy. And he does have a lot of energy that would suggest he really does care about what he's doing. Okay. Libras care about what they're doing, especially when they're doing people. Cancer energy also cares. But what he cares about is his power and the company. Okay, so he will do what's best for the company, and he will make tough decisions. Okay, so let's look at his transits. And what do you guys think about everything I said. Did I miss anything that I should have spoke about? Man, he has so much Scorpio energy. I'm so curious what's hitting on his chart because there's so many transformational stuff here. Yeah, I see how he got. I see how he's rich. This is a money. This is a money setup right here. Remember, Venus rules money, and his sun is in a Venus sign, and Scorpio rules resources, and Venus is in Scorpio. Exalted Jupiter would show expansion, especially with things he was strategizing on. Mars and Capricorn. Odin. Says it reminds me of Odin. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this some he's some Odin shit right here. I agree. Yes, I agree. Good call. The magician pulling the strings. Yes, he's the magician pulling the strings. Wishy-washy Libras. Yes, very wishy-washy. Yeah, he's very wishy-washy. You see, when you're dealing with air signs, they go where the wind blows them, especially from the sun. So he's not a guy looking to adapt to things. He doesn't have any planets in mutable signs of adapting. But Libras is a sign of being diplomatic, and air energy is, can be fluent in most situations. You see what I mean? So he's very adaptable, but he's very blowable too. But where his emotions stuff is on his Scorpio energy, that's not adaptable at all. He's a stubborn guy. He's only adaptable when he has to be, but he only adapts for whatever he's trying to do for his Scorpio energy. See what I mean? Oh my God, yeah, he is an indigo. I can't believe I didn't see that. Great call, John. I love it. Yeah, he has all his planets on one side. That's interesting. And you know what? That was funny. I was like, yeah, he's the type of guy who's not afraid to go in the future. He's not going to be stuck in his old ways. That's very indigo-like qualities. In fact, he's supposed to be about like bringing things into the future. This is probably like, I bet you when he was like, a young guy, he was like, he was coming up with a lot of new ideas and bringing a lot of newness to the table. Libras, remember, it's a cardinal sign, so it's a spark. It's the first sign of an element. So yeah, he is an idea guy too. Very good call with the indigo. Okay, we got 10 people in here. What's up, everybody? Appreciate everyone in here. Can we get the likes to 8? Just one. 8's my favorite number. I hate odd numbers. I don't hate odd numbers. I don't hate anything. That's such a strong word. Okay, so we're going to look at his current transits. Oh, he's the first guy on my profile now. It's hilarious. Okay. Real quick. Okay, thank you. Whoever did that I appreciate that. Real quick, I want to look at his synergy chart. That's when we put one chart on top of the other. By the way, guys, because of Purely Unbounded, I rectified AMC's birth time. We're officially using AMC's birth time for the IPO time for the stock at 9:30 a.m. Therefore, we know the house systems, and that puts AMC at a 0 degree Aquarius rising. That's very unique to get the 0 degree rising sign because the rising sign moves so quickly. And it being a 9:30 at opening hour, rising sign 0 degrees Aquarius makes sense to me. Okay, so and now it's making it like it makes sense. But when I show you guys how I got to that conclusion, it'll make sense. Okay, so remember, I mentioned they both have the Jupiter and Cancer. Okay, so they both have a very expansive energy, especially together. This is extremely bullish, if you ask me. Look at that. It's opposite the ascendant too. Okay, so they were supposed to meet and help each other expand. So this is very good energy. I definitely see just off that they both have this alignment is just enough confirmation right off the bat that they belong together type thing. Okay. And keep in mind, guys, this is the first time I looked at this, so I'm literally just peeking. Moon on top of Mars would suggest, especially since it's the sun sign of Adam, the CEO of AMC, his sun is on the Mars, right? And remember, I said Mars is a soldier, sun is the king. Okay, so the general, the CEO, takes action for AMC with this, and that's very, very interesting. I like it. And this is cool, guys, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of CEO stuff like Elon Musk and stuff, and then comparing his charts. And so we're gonna be able to see similarities and stuff like that. But yeah, this would suggest, some type of leadership role going on here. And his sun sign trines AMC's ascendant, and ascendant is our projection, our persona, how we see ourselves, how we want to see ourselves. Okay, so this will also show that he would take action and help mold that situation. Okay, Mercury on top of the North Node, that's very nice. 5-degree orb. Okay, so again, that's energy of the CEO really understanding how to take the direction of the destiny of AMC. Okay, I really like this because I was almost really thinking, I see why they're not getting, I see why he's, they gave him a raise and everything, because it really seems like he's in nice harmony with the company, and especially when it comes to the company's best interest and making good decisions, honestly. And Saturn, the planet of, how we structure things, is making awesome aspects, especially to AMC's moon, which is at home. Okay. And the Pluto aspect would suggest that he would help transform the company for the better. Okay, these are very good positive aspects between Saturn and AMC. I do like that a lot. Yeah, moon trine Jupiter. His debilitated moon is trine AMC's exalted Jupiter. That's pretty bullish to me. And look at this sun of AMC making all kinds of aspect to him. So yeah, guys, this is pretty really. They have a really good harmony. Look at the Sun Pluto conjunction 0 degrees. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like they're meant to be working together and expanding together. Okay, so let's take a look at the aspects. Whoa, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm looking at today. You know what, guys? Better yet, can we look at the new moon? Let's look at the new moon for him, which is on Sunday. Because remember, moons kind of tell us the energy of the next like 14 days, like a new cycle. Okay. All right, guys. So we're looking at Aron, the AMC CEO, and we're looking at his new moon, which is going to be taking place Sunday, April 11th, 2021. And for this, I'm just going to do a general transit reading. If anyone did a reading with me, transit reading, I would, of course, would ask you guys if there's anything you guys want to focus on and stuff like that. But I'm going to focus mainly on just kind of the energy that's playing out in his stars right now. Remember, we don't know his sign. We don't know his time, so we don't know his house system. We're just looking at the planetary alignment. But hopefully we can get an idea what's happening in his life, and that will help us get a better idea what's happening with AMC. Okay? Now, right off the bat, I'm noticing that all the planets are on the opposite side of all his planets. Okay, so there's a big time energy for him because he's getting pushed. Exactly, he's getting pushed to do things he normally doesn't do. Okay, like being in the spotlight. Okay, This is the first thing I noticed. Now let me see what's happening with the actual new moon. Okay, we have an exact opposition to Neptune. Okay. Can anyone guess what I'm about to say? A new moon exactly opposite of Neptune. Can someone give me a read? I want to read. Someone to give me a reading. He's having a new moon opposite Neptune. Someone give me a read on that. Come on. We've been talking about Neptune a lot. And we've been talking about Neptune a lot with AMC, which is interesting, right? So a new moon opposite Neptune would suggest there's potential manipulation, things happening in the background. No clue. Okay. Remember, Neptune represents Hollywood. Why does Neptune represent Hollywood? Because it represents creativity, and creativity. Don't worry about it, Joey. And creativity represents the illusion. Okay, someone made a story up in their mind. They saw it. They had a vision, and then they made a fake illusion of it on the big screen. That's Hollywood. That's Neptune. Okay, so Neptune can be very, unseen, very fake, very delusional, very illusional. It's also very spiritual. It's also very healing energy. It's also very what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive energy. Okay. It's also creative energy. Okay. So with Neptune, you never really know what you're gonna get. Okay. You never really know what you're gonna get when it comes to Neptune. Okay. But we can say that this will show that he could be doing something manipulating, or he could be dealing with something manipulating, okay? And he's going to battle, okay? Because the new moon is taking place in what sign? Aries, the planet of war, okay? The planet of the warrior, okay? Or the sign of the warrior, okay? And this could suggest that he may have a fight ahead of him. A new moon in Aries, opposite Neptune. Okay. Now, Aries is fire. Okay, and that's air. Okay, so this will show. He might have. He'll probably be doing some communication about this, or it could be coming to the light. Whatever is happening. Okay, but both AMC and the CEO has some serious Neptune stuff happening, and since it's happening with on this new moon for the CEO, I'm gonna say that this next cycle, we're probably going to find out a lot of things that were being hidden before. Like the veil is going to be lifted. I almost guarantee it. Now, this is also good energy for Hollywood, okay? Because this does represent Hollywood. Aries is a spark energy. So this could be a whole bunch of announcements on some new movies and just a brand new energy in Hollywood happening here. Okay, so that's also a possibility. But manipulation is on the table with this from him or around him, but that's definitely on the table on this new moon. Oh, another interesting thing about this new moon, this is opposite of his sun, guys. Okay, his it's not exact opposition, but it's in opposite signs. Okay, so the sun and the moon are in Libra, or in Aries, opposite. So again, he's having to do things he normally doesn't want to do. He normally wouldn't do. Okay. He's getting opposed almost. And he's really having to push himself. Okay. So this could show this on this new moon that he is entering like a battle here. He is entering like a new phase where he has to take a lot of action on something, and it is going to make him uncomfortable. Okay. Let's see. I need more information. This has to do with relationships too. Aries is an individual. Libra is relationships. Okay, he's dealing with people he has relationships with, existing relationships. Look at this. Oh my gosh, what planet is this? What did I just click on? Okay, his Pluto is getting crazy aspects to Jupiter and Neptune, 0 degrees. So this new moon is looking pretty big time. Okay, so Mercury. Oh, what is it doing? What is it getting hit with? Venus. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at his Venus. Okay, geesh. And Venus is in Taurus at home. And hitting the resource planet. 0 degrees. So, okay. And Venus is at home in Taurus. Pluto's in Leo. Okay, this has to do with resources, guys. This has to do with transformation. This could also have to do with money. It probably has a lot to do with money. And it looks good. Because it's a positive trine. But he may have to make tough decisions to get it. Okay, he may have to deal with things to get this transformation he's looking for on this new moon that deals with money. But it looks like he's going to get it. But it does look like he's going to have to fight for it. It does look like he could make some unwise decisions to get that too. So, okay, he could be getting a little over optimistic about things with this type of energy, overreaching with this type of energy. So let's hope he's seeing things clearly. Okay, this is very manipulating energy as well. Okay, Venus trine Pluto, she'll try anything to get what she wants. Okay, Venus trine Pluto will like sell itself to get what he wants or she wants, right? Like Venus trine Pluto is like, it turns into Aphrodite trying to like charm whoever to and trick whoever to manipulate things, okay? And work behind the scenes, okay? And the square to Venus could show some very unwise decisions, and then the opposition to Neptune could show some behind the scenes manipulations. But then the Venus square Uranus kind of shows that he's kind of pushed into doing something to make whatever he's trying to do happen. Will he betray us? He may. That's the thing with this type of lineup. Okay, with so much Scorpio energy and so much Libra energy, this is the type of guy who tells everyone what they want to hear and keeps everyone in their back pocket. Okay, so this guy has many guys he could betray. For sure. This guy has a lot of secrets. He knows a lot of secrets. And he could be getting ready to use one of his secrets, guys. You know what I mean? Like, this guy uses information like a weapon. And look, his Venus trines Neptune over here. Okay, so deception. He's getting 2 Venus trines to the psychological, deceiving like planets, creative like planets too. Okay, so he's working behind the scenes without a doubt, and it looks like whatever he's doing behind the scenes is gonna work. Honestly, and it looks like he's getting I wouldn't say forced, but pushed into something. Look at this. Jupiter trine Neptune is a big time transit that you don't get too many times in your life. I mean, no, you actually get Jupiter trine Neptune once a year. I take that back, but that's a big transit, and expansive. Okay, so whatever he's doing, he's going to get away with it, and it actually looks like he's expanding. But let me not get it twisted. I mean, oppositions can go either way, but what's happening with the Venuses and Plutos look positive. But if I had to guess, I mean, he's either going to make a couple mistakes or have to make a couple tough decisions. Okay? If that means us, does that mean it's going to be us? I don't know. But I do know he's going to do whatever is best for the company. And he's going to do whatever is best for him to remain in power and to remain good with the people who can mess up his life. Oh yeah, I guarantee there's stuff happening in the background too. That's what I'm saying, guys. He's not going to just do. He's not going to give us any favors. He's going to do what's in the best interest of him. That just happened. That could just happen being what's in the best interest for us. Yeah, I wonder too. Look at his sun sign in 8th house of AMC's 8th house. Okay, I mean this guy works behind the scenes. That's like his MO. Okay, this guy can't be trusted. No. But does that mean he's going to screw us over? No. But can he be trusted? No. I wouldn't trust anything. That's what I've been saying. AMC's chart's looking so deceiving right now. His chart's looking deceiving. I wouldn't trust anything coming from anywhere. As he has AMC is in his best interest, our best interest. I don't know. His loyalty is probably lies with himself first, then AMC. Yes, I agree. His loyalty does align with himself first, then AMC. I 100% agree. This guy is not a puppet. He's going to do what's best for him. That just could be playing the puppet role, could just be what's best for him. But like I said, he has a Mars in Capricorn. He's not afraid to make bad. He's not afraid to make tough decisions, and he's not afraid to go out. He's not afraid of it. He's not afraid. This guy's pretty fearless. He might be a puppet because he has to see. This is the type of guy that will play puppet until it doesn't serve him anymore. Yes, he's like a puppet master. Exactly. This guy's a puppet master. I'm telling you, politicians have a lot of Libra energies and Scorpio energies. Facts. And exalted Cancer is a leader that, you see, let me tell you guys something about Cancer. All right, I may have talked about this in this channel before, but Cancer is a leader. He has an exalted Jupiter. Okay, but let me tell you how they lead. Okay, let me tell you. Remember, his exalted Jupiter is opposing his exalted Mars. Okay, he thinks a lot about this type of stuff of how he wants to present himself as a leader. Okay, and there's two leaders. There's two main leaders in astrology, right? It would be the sun and the moon. From our perspective, they're just as big and they're in the sky just as long. The moon rules the night. The sun rules the day, right? So we can look at Donald Trump like the sun sign, the Leo, the sun, the Leo, the lion. It shows strength and dominance. I'm the best. You have to follow me. Okay? But the moon, which is the crab, the Cancer, the mother, the moon, she leads by, hey, you can trust me. I have your best interest in mind. Barack Obama. Hey, follow me. We'll make change together. Okay? So with his exalted Jupiter opposing his exalted strategist Mars, with his diplomatic Libra sun sign, he is a master at keeping everyone happy and telling you what you need to hear and nourishing all situations. Like, in fact, everyone's complaining. He's talking about diluting, and he's talking about, the apes, and he's playing both sides of everything. That's his game, and he doesn't make the decision, the tough call, until it's time to pull the trigger. It's time to pull the trigger. Trust me, this guy is slick. All right, I want to look at his full moon, but before I look at his full moon, I'm going to take a bathroom break. And I appreciate everyone being here. What's up? What's up? Oh, man. You are listening to the Mark of Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune. Here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. And now we're about to look at the full moon. Because you guys know I'm getting excited for that full moon. Odin is the master con man. Yeah. He's good. This guy's slick. You know, he has a very what's the name? What's the vibe? Like a very innocent old guy vibe. He does that on purpose. Facts. Aphrodite, Libras. You know who else does this? Scorpios do this too. They play innocent. That's like their go-to. That's his go-to. This guy always plays the innocent role. The victim role. Oh, yeah, he's having a great time. No, I wouldn't say he's having a great time. In fact, he's having a really intense time. Remember, this new moon was opposite his sun sign. All right, he's having to be things he doesn't really want to be right now. But he's not afraid of the situation. He's like, damn, I gotta get out of bed for this shit. That's what he's thinking probably. I gotta... This guy probably loves girls and stuff because the Libra energy and the Scorpio energy is sex, right? This guy likes to have fun. He's in the dark stuff. And he last thing he wants to do is deal with this bullshit. That's probably facts right there. He misses the old days when everything was moving smoothly. He's very excited for COVID to be over. So he can get back to his life of secrecy because of the all the Saturn energy and Scorpio and stuff. Like he lives a secret life. He likes to stay hidden in the background to himself. He's okay with war, yes. But the Libra energy would suggest, like Mystic said, the Libra energy would suggest that even though he likes an intense war here and there, he'd rather still be with the titties and the cocaine. Could you imagine if he listened to this? He'd be like, fuck, why are you exposing me like that? Scorpios hate it when I start putting their shit out there. Fucking hate it. I have a video on Kevin Griffin, and I've been like, I went to put that out the other day, and I was actually felt a little nervous. I felt his energy on me. He has some really scorpionic energy as well. In fact, let's run a synergy chart with him and Griffin. Ooh. Oh shit. Let's hope they aren't friends, guys. Holy fuck. Because they both have Scorpio energy. And I'm pretty sure they both have Venus and Scorpio. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. This just got real. This just got real. This just got real. Is that him? Oh my goodness. I hope they're not lined up to be friends or something. I gotta turn the music off for this. Oh my gosh, look at these Venuses, guys. Oh, these motherfuckers might be friends. Man, remember, Venus is not at home here. It's away. So these are Venus, Scorpio people. Remember, Venus was relationships. They run with a certain pack, with a certain energy. One thing I can say we have going for us, both people want to be of power here. They both want to be in control over all the circles they're in. So they may not be able to be together or be friends because they both want the power. So this might be, this could show enemies maybe, since Venus is at home. And in Scorpio, it becomes almost, Venus and Scorpio becomes problematic. It becomes like a fighter with all relationships. Like every relationship they look at as like a power dynamic and some type of power struggle. So this could actually show, that they could be best friends or like the worst enemies in the world. You see what I'm saying? This is actually a really deep conjunction. Like they could be at each other's throats, or they could be together manipulating everything. Seriously, this is interesting. All right, let me see something. Oh shit, this is interesting. So the player for Kenneth, guys, I don't know if I told you, I'm looking at Kenneth Griffin, and he's the founder of Citadel. He has a debilitated Aries, which I'm not about to go over right now, but his debilitated Aries is opposing AMC's CEO's debilitated Sun. It's not direct, but it's the opposite signs, guys. Good enough for... Wait a second. Who's in the inner wheel? Let me switch his profiles. I don't like the way this looks. It's actually flip-flop, but yeah. All right, so we got Aron in the middle. Or Adam in the middle. Sun conjunct Neptune. This would show they would work together in deceiving situations. Yeah. The square. I do like the square to Jupiter right here, because Adam's Jupiter, and for that matter, AMC's Jupiter squares the Sun of Citadel, its founder. And this would show like they don't really like each other, because Jupiter is all about experience, and this could show like Adam wouldn't agree with how Griffin operates with this. So and remember, Jupiter plays a huge role in his life because of Adam's life, because it's exalted. Okay. Now look at this. This is interesting. The Mars trine Mars, the exalted Mars trines Kenneth's Mars. Okay. These are two people who could take action on something together and work good as a team. The Venus and Libra, both of the Venuses being a Scorpio, are two people who could be friends together and like each other's company. Oh shit. Are they both Libras? And they're both fucking Libras. Oh my gosh. So they have a lot of similar energies, guys. Jeesh. So yeah, it's almost like they have like a unique relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if these two talk to each other, know each other personally, or do things behind the scenes, purposely with each other. But I also wouldn't be surprised they're like complete enemies. They're either best friends or the biggest enemies ever. But yeah, I definitely see some strong, energy between these two, where they probably do have some type of history. That's crazy. Is that crazy, guys? Do you guys find that interesting? All right, now I'm looking at the full moon, which will be the 27th of April, and comparing it to the AMC's CEO. We saw that the AMC CEO looked like he was about to prepare for some type of war, almost some type of competition, some type of new thing that he might have to, come out of his comfort zone for and fight for, compete for. And now we're going to look at the full moon and see how that went. It did look positive for resources, but it also looked like he maybe have been forced to do some things that were uncomfortable. There, I'm just taking a drink. Hold on. Okay. Wow. Full moon right on his Saturn. So that's almost like a guarantee that he's definitely went through a transformation. He's definitely going through a transformation, and is definitely going to climax on that full moon. You see, Saturn. Remember, I talked a lot about Saturn too. Saturn plays a big role in his chart. Okay, Saturn sticks out in Scorpio to me. Saturn is how we structure our reality. He structures it behind the scenes, and he's very big on controlling the situation. Yes, his Mars is in his Capricorn. And his Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And so, since that's how we know he structures his life and how he does things, he operates behind the scenes, this full moon would suggest, since it's happening on the Saturn, that whatever he's been working on since that new moon, which is Sunday, is probably going to have, it might get revealed, because remember, it's opposing the sun. That's the light. It might get transformed. It's either going to get revealed and transformed, or the transformation is going to be playing out around this time. The Saturn would suggest he might gain more power or lose power or have restriction with power. Like he's going to gain power or lose power, gain resources or lose resources. He's going to psychologically feel really good or psychologically feel horrible with this stuff. He's going to be in a lot of milestone, like completion energy, or a lot of fuck, like I'm screwed energy with this one. Let's get more information. It definitely looks intense. Like, guys, full moon in Scorpio and all his planets are in Scorpio. Or all those planets are in Scorpio. The ruler of his sun sign is Venus. Venus will be opposite of the moon. So, yeah, either he's going to be feeling really good that day or really bad. Trine Mars. So that looks good because his Mars is exalted, and that suggests that whatever he was working on, that it was completed in a good way. And it's also trine Mercury. So this full moon could show that we're probably going to hear from him around this time. This trine will show he's taking action on communication, especially with his relationships. It looks positive. This looks very positive for him. This full moon looks very positive for him based on that. Let me see what's happening with Jupiter. Yeah, his Jupiter opposite Pluto, expansion, transformation. His Pluto is opposite Jupiter and Uranus. That is a thrust into the future. So something big is happening for him. Super big is happening for him on this full moon. Square to Neptune, things coming to the light, okay? Things happening behind the scenes. So whatever's happening behind the scenes is going to be put to the light, good or bad, but it looks good. He definitely looks like he's winning. Trine Neptune. He looks like he's winning. I will say that. Hopefully that looks like it. Hopefully that means we're winning too. But all these oppositions, guys, we gotta respect oppositions can go either way. But these things making beautiful trines are beautiful. They're nice. They're nice. He has one not so great aspect, but I'm not worried about that one. So yeah, guys. Who wants to see Griffins? Okay, let me see. Let's go 1 week after this full moon for him. Oops. I want to look at May 26 full moon. Just real quick. I'm going to peek at it real quick. Because that's an eclipse, guys. That's a huge lunar eclipse. Oh! Is that right on his... Wait a second. Sorry, I know I got hype. 5. Gemini. Okay, no. I thought it was going to be right on his moon. I was like, wow. Okay. I got hype. I'm about to say, that's intense. Okay, so it's going to be 26, yep. Oh, this happens to be right around market open, so we'll keep it here. No, I want to see that actual full moon for him. All right, lunar eclipse. Ooh, did it come right into a transit when something hit? Oh, that must have been his rising. Let's see what that was. Yeah, guys, look. The degree the moon becomes an eclipse, it makes a transit. It might be to his midheaven. No, to his sun. That looks bullish. Look at the sun. His sun's getting a trine from the sun and a sextile from the moon. Wow. This looks lit. Yeah, both suns are getting good aspects. The moon has a good aspect. Ooh, Venus trine Mars. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, he's doing just fine, guys. Mercury trine Neptune. It looks like around this time, this full moon looks so much more better. I mean, his other full moon looks good, but this looks even better. Look at that trine at Mercury. Woo. Communication. Hey, his next two full moons look great, guys. Now, I have to say, this Pluto will be retrograde. In the first one, it wasn't. And these are actually tighter. So he's still going through transformations. But they look positive. Like, if I saw this in my chart, I would be pretty happy. I would be pretty excited. So I think we should be happy about that. How do you guys feel about that? How do we feel about that, guys? Are we diagnosing him as the enemy or an ally? Is he a moon god? Is he taking us to the moon? Is he taking us to the moon? All right, so now we're looking at Griffin, Citadel's guy. I just want to see those full moons for him. I feel like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but I don't trust him. Synergy with AMC. Okay. I'll do that next. Griffin and Aron look like they could hang out. Yeah, they definitely do. They definitely look like those two are either best friends or they hate each other. Facts. AMC's full moons look good. But let me look at Griffin real quick. Why can't I remember the full moon dates? Is it 26? Yes. 6 degrees. Okay. Ooh, so he gets the square to the moon on full moon. So it doesn't look like he's going to be feeling good on that full moon. Okay, so for the guys that just may have came in here or whatever, Kenneth Griffin, he's the founder of Citadel. We just compared AMC's chart to the current transits. Now we're doing Kenneth, and now we're on April 26th, which is the full moon, the next full moon. And right off the bat, we see a square to his moon. The moon controls our emotions, guys. So basically, when the full moon is happening and it's hitting someone's moon, if it's not in a good angle, that shows emotional stress. Venus trine Mars 0 degrees. That's positive. And he's a Libra, so that's the ruler of his sun sign. And this is happening in Taurus, which is also a Venus sign. So that looks positive. And this could have to do with money. Venus has money. It deals with money, especially in Taurus. Mercury's getting a good trine, which suggests with Mars, he whatever he's strategizing on is playing out the way he wanted it to. But then he gets the square from Mars and Uranus, and he's forced to do things he doesn't want to be doing. So he may be having to make some tough decisions, and then the moon square the moon on this full moon. I'm seeing tough decisions having to take action on something that's causing him a lot of stress. But it's because he might have to for the better to protect his resources. Neptune trine Venus would show whatever he's doing behind the scenes could be working in his favor. We can't count his ascendant. Neptune trine Jupiter and Pluto would suggest he would do anything at all costs or be in any fantasy to get, he would put himself in any illusion or make any illusion to get the resources he wants, to have the experience he wants. I mean, this guy's at full throttle, do whatever it takes mode right now. Even if it causes him stress, even if it's a really hard decision, even if it has to do with breaking the laws, bending the rules all day. But yeah, it looks like he's getting away with a lot still. It looks stressful, but it looks like he's doing just fine, to be honest. Let me look at this next full moon for him. I know that's not what we wanted to hear, but hey, I just read the stars. I'm just a messenger. Oh, that's way too far. Okay, so now we're on May 26th again for him. Now he gets the moon trine moon. So he went from a square to a trine to the moon. Venus trine Neptune still 0 degrees. Whatever he's doing in the background is probably doing just fine. Same thing, sextile to Neptune. Now Mars both times is getting a lot of squares, but this is just making them take action on things. Now the square with Saturn, since the Saturn is debilitated, could definitely cause a bad decision around this time. And Mars is in his debilitated sign of Cancer right now, and it's squaring his two debilitated planets. So that's very interesting. So he's definitely having to take action on something he doesn't want to take action on, and he definitely could be making very bad decisions. Yep, Pluto square Mercury, Jupiter. Ooh, definitely work behind the scenes, but it looks like he's getting away with a lot still. It looks like he's still getting away with some stuff. Yeah. But there's definitely manipulation happening all over his chart. And this Pluto opposite, honestly, Neptune opposite and Pluto could land him in jail. This is definitely Neptune rules asylums and churches and any space that's kind of excluded, prison. Pluto's all about resources and power. Okay, this is a major transit. A lot of people don't even have this transit. Okay, Neptune opposite Pluto transit 0 degrees. That's actually really big. This is an eclipse. This is very, very big time energy. Let's just see what the internet says real quick. Involves great transformation in your personal life that takes form of disappearance of people, circumstances, possessions. You guys read that? That you may become accustomed to. Wow. I told you that's a huge, he might lose everything and become like a spiritual person after this. That might be what this is. Yeah, really talking about Senator got away with everything. But guys, look at that. How often do you have a Neptune opposite true transit? How often? I don't know if it'll show us, but this is like doesn't happen too often. Okay. How long for Neptune to travel a sign? It takes Neptune 14 years to travel one sign and 164 years to travel 12 signs. Okay? That's crazy. So you have to make it to around 82 to have the 100% potential of having this transit. Okay? That's crazy. Okay? And we just saw that this transit can leave people without their possessions. Okay? And yeah, I said before we read that this could land him in jail. Okay? And Pluto's in Virgo where details are being shown. Neptune's in Pisces, the veil's getting lifted. The Neptune trine Venus, though, it could just show a slap on the wrist, though, but he still could be losing things around this time. Remember about these oppositions, guys. So yeah, this right here, I mean, his life is definitely could be changing right now. And he definitely could be his world could be getting turned upside down right now. But it almost would look like he's almost wanting some of this to happen. Like he might be losing it all, and it might just like make him feel better because he can stop all this bullshit that he's doing in his life. You know, these Libras, they can get caught up in this stuff. These Venus Scorpios, they can get caught up in things that they don't really want to be caught up in. And trust me, Venus Scorpio person can get caught in the darkness, guys. You know what I mean? And this opposition to Jupiter is an opportunity for him to find himself, find his higher self. Okay, so he has a major opportunity here to actually have some type of an awakening. Okay, or a reality check. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how my likes went from 8 likes to 6 likes. That's crazy. Do we have haters these days? That's nuts. That's wild. They say if they're not hating, you're not popping. Uh-oh. Sky like, I see you. Very bullish stuff. Thank you. Oh man. Let's just switch the vibe real quick and look at the moon. All right, guys. So as you saw in my video yesterday, I've been going deeper into these transits, and just watch yesterday's video to get caught up on that. But this is where we're at right now, and we've been going down a lot. Okay, pretty much since this new moon. Okay, so we're bound for a reversal, and what better time for that to happen than on this new moon? Okay, which is going to be on Sunday. So on Monday, we're in a brand new energy. The moon will be growing. Things will be growing. The energy would be more in buying pressure than selling pressure. Okay, this is when the moon is growing, they say don't have surgery because you'll be more bloody. Have surgery during a waning moon because there'll be less blood. Okay, so things get bigger during new moons, after new moons, and we're bound for that reversal, guys. Now, I guarantee that the rest of the stock market is going to be bloody, and AMC and GME is going to be the opposite. Because we look at the SPY, clearly they've been going up, right? And they've been following the moon cycle pretty good. And then we look at the DAW. Okay, they're doing the same thing. So they're bound to go down. But literally the opposite thing is happening on the meme stocks that we're following. And to me, that actually makes me pretty excited. Let me show you GME real quick. Yeah, it's the same exact thing. So why is everything doing what it's doing with the moon phases like it's always done, but these guys? Why is everything following the moon phases this last cycle, but AMC and GME? I'm super confident, and to the point where I took all my investment money and I put it in these stocks. To me, there's nothing else to do. And I'm not even doing that from an astrological standpoint. The way I look at it is I follow, I'm really good at seeing the trends, okay? I have a 0-degree Uranus in between Sagittarius and Capricorn. That's like an antenna between worlds. I have a 0-degree Mercury, 0 degrees between Aquarius and Pisces. That's like a peek inside the cracks of the world. I've always been really good at seeing the trends. It's just having that knowing energy of just like knowing what's going to happen. And when I have that vibe, it's like, I don't need anything else but that feeling, right? And so I didn't need astrology for this. I didn't need technical analysis for a lot of this stuff. But if I were to term it in more logical ways, in a more matrix way, when I see everyone and their mother talking about GameStop, talking about AMC, and I see, all these crazy things happening and all this manipulation happening, it's too much energy. There's too much attention to miss this once in a lifetime clear opportunity to not try. Okay. So I'm actually willing to lose like half of my stuff that I have going on here, which is people seeing my positions. I have a good amount. And I'm willing to lose half of it just to see what happens. Okay? Because just the idea that AMC can go to $100 in the next few months is like crazy, right? But the idea AMC can hit like $800, like what the fuck? And like in the next year or two, like that's crazy, right? The idea that it could happen this year, this summer, which I'm thinking around these eclipse seasons, we're gonna see some crazy stuff. But yeah, there's just too much energy, too much manipulation. So yeah, like you said, shirt off. There's clearly too much going on. Not to at least try, not to at least see what it plays out. Okay? But then when I turn around and I look at the charts, I see what happened, especially on AMC now that I have the birth time. I actually want to pull that up for you guys. So this was the this is GameStop. So the highest day we had was on the 27th, right? I want to show you guys something. Now that I have AMC's birth time, come on. Oh, okay, hold on. What's going on here? There we go. Shout out to John Purely Unbounded. Helped me rectify AMC to get their birth time so we can get better astrological predictions. We're going to go to the day we had the first moonshot, which was the 27th. Or did I say 26th? I'm sorry. 27th. Look at AMC's first house, especially the sun there. Okay, I didn't know AMC's first house before. I know it now. It's Aquarius. 0 degrees. The first moonshot, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 planets in there. Okay. And I told you in yesterday's video, when there's Mercury action happening